7 coffins lay on a table. Inside each one, the body of a child in a body bag. And 2 by 2, as the story of Noah's Ark goes, they approached the coffins whose lids were lifted one by one and peeked inside.
Please give the parents space. Please give us space. Give us space so that we can finish this exercise quickly.
Inside them lay the bloated bodies of their sons, whose bodies they would take away with them once it was determined in which coffin they lay. But it didn't happen quite as clinically as that. When the parents came across the right body, the sound was unmistakable. Later, they sat down on the grass outside the Kenyatta University morgue chapel, in which their children's dead bodies lay, trying to regain some composure.
First of all, my son hakuwa anajua kuswim. Saa mimi nilikuwa naona kama ningejua, call the teacher, nimwambie mtoto wangu asiingie kwa maji. Alafu tena hao walimu ile makosa niliona walifanya ni kuruhusu hao watoto waingie, na tukisikia kwa news tulisikia walikuwa nakatazwa kuingia huko.
The last time she spoke to her son was last Sunday at noon, the day before he and his classmates left for the school trip to Diani.
He called me and told me, "Mom, you never sent for me the swimming costumes." I told him I had already sent the other on Friday. It's only that they had not taken to the school. That was the last time I spoke to him.
Next to her on the grass sat her cousin Stephen Kariuki. He wanted to know why the teachers who accompanied the St. Martin's Murang'a Standard 8 candidates to the beach on Wednesday evening at high tide didn't rent tubes for the boys who couldn't swim.
Kwa nini pengine walimu hawakupatia watoto tubes? Okay. Pengine labda kwa nini hawakuwatafutia lifeguards? Okay. Because there are lifeguards for hire there. Where were the public lifeguards? Okay, there are so strong questions to be answered, and it's something that we should look into, especially around public beaches.
Virginia's son wasn't the only one who couldn't swim. A stone throw away from her, another grieving mother sat on the grass, and her son couldn't swim either.
Ninasikia nimepoteza. Collins was my best friend. He was my consoler, my comforter. He was a role model to many. I feel the gap that he has left, but I still thank God. I'm saying those years God had given Collins, I stay with, I appreciated, and I have no words to say, but only to tell God I have agreed whatever has happened.
Her husband sat away from her, evidently unable to wrap his mind around the tragedy that had befallen the first and only 14-year-old son either. Julius Kariuki had been an orphan, and so no parents sat out on the grass mourning his loss. Only his grandmother, Rosemary Ndwire, cried for him.
Nikaona huyo mtoto akikosa kuenda, taona alikosa kuenda kwa sababu hana mama yake. Kwa hivyo nikaenda nikakopesha hizo pesa. Acha niende nikamwona.
Once their tears were spent, some semblance of composure regained, they lifted themselves off the grass. There was still business to be done. The business of taking their children home with them. I'm Olive Burrows for Capital TV.